Hi, I'm Mr. Bennett from Waterfront UTC. Today I'm going to be introducing you to a very short and brief video about networks. By the time the end of this video comes, you'll have a basic understanding of how networks communicate with each other and how data is sent across networks. First of all, a router. A router is a device which allows communication between networks. In simple terms, it connects you to the internet. It sends and receives data from the internet. Remember, the internet is the largest of the WANs, the wide area networks. It's a massive connection of computers and networks across the world. Now, you've probably got a router in your house if you've got access to the internet. And there are some examples of the most common routers that we have in our household today. So how is data sent across the network? Data is sent across networks by using packets. For this explanation, imagine you are sending a picture via an email to someone. This picture is too big to send in one go, so it's broken down into small chunks and sent along different routes to the receiving computer. Here's a question. Why would you break the file into packets? And why send it along different routes? Pause the video, have a think, and write down your answer. Packets are created to allow for easier transportation. If you had to move 20 bricks from the top of your garden to the bottom of your garden, you wouldn't just do it in one go, you would break them down into smaller chunks and you'd take one brick at a time for easier transportation. It makes the task more manageable. Packets are sent along different routes for ease of network traffic. Imagine if everyone in the country tried to drive along the same road. There would be chaos. So instead, we all drive in different directions, we all try different routes, and we eventually find the fastest route. Therefore, no chaos, no traffic jams. How is data sent across the networks again? This is a small animation that I've taken from Wikimedia. And what it shows is you can see a host, and let's think of a host as a network, and we've got various different nodes, a node being a computer or a PC. And we can see it starts here in one order. The different packets are sent along all different routes of the network until they get to the receiving host. Once they're there, they're put back in order, and the message is finally complete. So what is each packet made up of? A packet is usually made up of a header and a payload. The header contains the sender and recipient address, the packet number, and the total number of packets being sent. The payload contains the actual message, or in this example, a part of the picture. Question: what format is the sender and the recipient address in? And why does the header contain the total number of packets being sent? Pause the video, have a think, and then write down your answer. The sender and recipient address use IP addresses, Internet Protocol addresses. And there's an example of one. You'll see this a lot of the time, maybe on the internet or actually on your PC. The total number of packets being sent is included in the header so that the recipient PC network knows that it received all the packets and in what order the packets need to be put back into. If there are obviously any missing, or if there's an error, they're just resent. Question time. Answer these questions in your own words. No copy and pasting. What is the role of the router? How is data transferred over a network, i.e. the internet? For this, when answering this question, I want to know about data packets. How are they made up and how are they sent and delivered? A couple of challenge questions for you. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using packets to send data across networks? And write a paragraph explaining TCP/IP. Remember, no copying and pasting. Also remember, this is just a basic introduction to how networks communicate. This does not contain all of the information. All of the information is for you then to dig a bit deeper in for. Thanks for watching.